Hi, Teresa. That answers one question. Hello, Lisa. You guys are going to have to give me just a second here. We're experimenting with some things. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can cast this on my TV. Well, I don't know if I can cast it on the TV, but at least on my tablet so I can read comments. So give me a second. Give me a moment, please. Because I'm no good if I can't keep up with comments. Because I can't see the screen. And I got a new tablet yesterday, which I haven't set up yet. So hold on. So at least I know I'm live. Right? There she is. Aha. Hello. Hi, Jana. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Frida. Good morning, Frida. Frida always sends me a good morning message. Okay, now I can change the camera a little bit. Oh, I wanted to go the other way. Okay. We'll see what I can accomplish here, if anything. All right. Lighting is a little better. Oh, I need microphones. That might help. Can you see me and can you hear me? I've been finding stuff. Today I found wax seals. I found my Spellbinders things I'm behind on. Hopefully you guys can see me now. Hear me now. I'm going to put my tablet to the left of me. Okay. So. All right. You guys can hear me. You can see me. This is good. I'm going to put my reading glasses on because I can't see. All right. Great. So I'm a little behind. I don't think I showed you guys some of this stuff. I don't know why this says March wax seals. Apparently, I missed showing you guys this. I don't know where April stuff is. Did I do an April video? I don't know. But I have some stuff here for May. Some goodies. I'm just going to show you what I've got here. I think I did April's. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Okay. This is the box of stuff I have. So we're just going to get this stuff out. I have the Glimmer machine, platinum, wax steel, better presses next to me on the desk. And we're going to get to playing. I also got the Stamp Wars package today. So Stamp Wars is next Saturday, you guys. Unfortunately, I have to drive to Pittsburgh for work this week. So that's going to take up some time, which is now an even further drive. I know, no fun. No fun there. Okay, but I think I have what I need to get started here. I'm going to turn my Glimmer on. Hello, Rita from Habersham County, Georgia. I will be in Georgia at the end of the month for work. I am doing a lot of traveling for work. My car is 8 months old and now has 19,000 miles. I don't know what this goes to. May not even be part of this club kit. We're going to figure it out. Okay. I'm going to start with wax seals because I have lots of wax seals. So we're going to move glimmering and better press stuff aside for a second. And we're going to start with wax seals. How about that? Because glimmer is going to take a minute to warm up. Whoa, what happened? My little tablet just shut itself off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have my little wax seal starter set here. You'll have to forgive me because I don't know which beads go with which month, but we have the wax seal of the month. Let me move my camera this way a little bit. A little more. There we go. We went, it's a beautiful day here in Delaware. We went and took our motorcycles out. Leah got to ride on the motorcycle for her first time. She rode on the back of Steve's motorcycle with helmets, of course. I always ride with a motorcycle helmet. This is the wax seal starter kit. So if you are thinking about wax seals, this is really nice because from Spellbinders, it comes in this beautiful velvet lined box. And you get the oven, okay? You get a spoon. The very first wax seal, I think it says for you or thank you. I forget what it says, but it's a little floral wax seal. I don't have mine in here anymore. And then it comes with a box of 100 gold beads, okay? So it's a very nice set. And then it also comes with this nice silicone mat. So as you can see, I keep mine stored in there. So I love this little starter set. What I like, besides that it comes in a nice box, is the spoon. And what's nice about the spoon is the spoon has a little pour spout. And that's what's really cool about this little set, besides that it comes together. But the silicone mat makes it nice. And then all you have to do is just buy yourself a bunch of these little tea lights, which I have like a whole bag of them. And then I just light it up. Put the little oven in there. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of little wax seals here. This one says March, and it just looks like, I don't know how to explain it. So we'll do some of these. I don't know how I missed showing this one to you guys, but I did. Maybe it came late. You know what? It did come late. That's right. It did come late. I remember saying to you guys, I'm sorry, I don't have it to show to you guys. So when they send you the wax seal of the month, they send it to you. I honestly take the heads off when I store them, and I store them in the little wax seal boxes. And I only keep one or two of the handles. And then I know a lot of people like to do little arts and crafts with the handles. I don't know what people do, but you can find a whole bunch of different ideas on Etsy. You only need one or two of the handles, and then you just store the little wax seal heads in the little Spellbinders boxes. But I'll show you the design here. And here's what it looks like once we do that. But for storage sake, you don't need to keep all the handles. Okay. And then this one is May's, which says, so very proud of you, which reminds me, I need to send Leah's sister a graduation card. She graduated from Penn State. Congratulations, Melanie. I owe you a card. So this is Wax Seal of the Month for May. So very proud of you. And keep these little silica beads. I not only store these with my wax seals, but I store them, not with the wax seals, with the wax, but I store these with my embossing powders so that your embossing powder, these suck up moisture. So I store these with my embossing powders so that they don't get clumpy. But the mixtures, and I don't know which one was for April and which one was for May, but you always get a full-size bag of 100 colors of wax beads. So 1 month was the teal and 1 month was basic, which is silver, black, white, and gold. You could certainly mix them or you can break them up. And the teal had gold, a light teal, a metallic dark teal, and a metallic lighter teal. So that's pretty cool. And you always get 100 of those in there. You can also purchase these separately, of course. And now Spellbinders is coming out with these cute little mini wax seals. And you're going to see a lot of these coming down the pipeline. I know, because I saw the new ones that are coming out. So you're going to see a lot more of these being released in the next couple of months. But these are the cute little baby ones. They're so tiny. Look at how little this guy is. Let me show you comparison. How a regular wax seal is and how these cute little tiny ones are. So these are the new wax seals that are starting to come out. These are the tiny ones. So this one is called Mini 3D Heart, Puffy Heart. So there's a whole bunch of these that are out right now. And they have these new silicone craft spoons. I think I showed you this before. These come in a 2-pack. So you have a stirring side and a scooping side. So these are silicone spoons coming in a 2-pack and they're nice and long. So let's get some wax seals going. Let's just play with these. So one is March's wax seal of the month, one is May's, and one is the new 3D Puffy Heart. And we're just going to get right into some different colors here. And Teresa gives us some word of the wise. Be careful. Don't let your pets swallow the silica beads. Very harmful to pets. Yes. Keep them away from your pets. Cindy's in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I love vacationing in Virginia. Can you guys hear? Steve is blasting music in the garage, which is one room over from me. Let me know if you can hear that or not, because I want to know how good my mics are at filtering out excess music. I go to Alpharetta, Georgia for work. That's where my home office is. Let me see if I can zoom in here for you guys. Ooh, that's a little too much zooming. If you guys see our admin, Catherine, at the Foiling Snobs Club, please wish her a happy birthday. And if you're interested in shopping any products, at the end of the video, I will link my Spellbinders link. I don't think I have access here. Hold on. Let me try. Yeah, I'll have to link them at the end here because this is a brand new tablet, so I don't have any of my links on here yet. I zoomed in and then it zoomed back out again, huh? Oh, man. Let me try that. There we go. Just a little swirl with that silicone stir spoon, which will make it very easy once that wax sets to come right off of there. That was 4 beads. That was probably a little too much. I like that color though. And we're just going to do, I don't know, maybe 1 bead. We'll try the puffy heart with just 1 bead. Let me put that back on the fire there. Okay, not hearing music. That's good because he is blaring some Rob Zombie out there. But these little mics have sound reduction on them. All right, she is at Penn State, so I think I kind of got to go with some white and navy. Let me see if I can find my, I don't know if I grabbed my other wax beads out of the, all my stuff is slowly coming out of the garage. Oh, I did grab other wax beads. Ugh. See here, do we have a navy? We have Mystic Blue. That's not really a navy though. We have Royal Blue. Laguna. I think if I take some Royal Blue and mix a little black with it, then I can kind of make it a navy, right? So maybe we'll do that. All right, I think this is, so this is dried on the silicone spoon, and look, it just picks right off. That's what's nice about having that little silicone spoon. Okay, so this is just 1 little bead I left in the spoon. And we're going to do the puffy heart with that one. Like the perfect size. And I'm going to clean my spoon up before we move to the next one. How's everybody's weekend going? Hopefully you have some nice weather. Oh my gosh, yesterday. So we went to the Verizon store because I wanted an extender for our internet. That's what I went to the store for. Ended up upgrading to our phones, but they had a problem because, I don't know, we were there for 5 hours, you guys, because they had a problem. They had to redo everything. Not the kids' problem at the store. It was really a problem with their customer service on the phone, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all right, I'm going to take 2 of the royal blue. I'm going to add 1 of the black, because I'm trying to do Penn State colors here. And then I'm going to, at the end, I'm going to swirl a white in there. Anyway, while we were there, they had a tornado watch here. And it was during the end of the day when my daughter was supposed to be let out of school. It was pretty scary. And so today, we didn't know how bad it was going to be, but they were like, they didn't let the kids out of school. They kept sending me messages to my phone that the kids were going to be let out later and later. So she was finally let out of school. And, oh, look how pretty this came out. When they did let her out of school, We got like a picture. The tornado was the next town over. Mind you, I've never had to deal with any bad weather when we left in Pennsylvania, like bad snow, but bad hailstorms, but really nothing super bad. Okay. So to have a tornado watch, I didn't really like, or tornado warning, never really like thought about like how bad that could be. So they were, you know, like we had really bad rains and things coming down, but never thought that it was like seriously going to be bad weather. And I even said to Steve when we moved down here, like, how bad is the weather going to be? Am I going to have to worry about like hurricanes and stuff like that? And he's like, nah, we're not close enough to the beach. The beach is like 8 miles away. We don't have to worry about that. Cause I was like, I don't want to worry about flooding or, you know, hurricanes or anything like that. Anyway, we saw a picture today. It was like the next town over, and it was somebody's Ring camera, and it literally was a tornado. Like it came like funnel and everything. It was pretty scary. Pretty dang scary. And we don't have basements here because it's sand. Like we're 8 miles from the beach. There's no basements here. Pretty scary. So to order the wax bead kit, I'll put the link for you guys. I have it in another video, but I will put the link down below for you. I think it's like $40 or $50 for the starter kit. So you order that. All right, so now this is turning into a dark navy blue because I took the 2 beads of blue and added the black, and now it is turning into a dark navy blue. This is what I want. And now I'm going to swirl the white bead in. So we have our Penn State colors here in honor of Leah's older sister graduating Penn State. And you know what? It's got some sparkle in it. Do those blue beads have sparkle in them? Oh, I guess they do have a little bit of sparkle. And it's not like super sparkly, but they do have a little bit of sparkle in them. Okay, so now the white's going to melt into there, and I'll do a little bit of a marble in there. I'll wait for that to melt, and then we'll do a marble, and we'll do the I'm proud of you. So we'll let that melt. Let's see what this puffy heart looks like. Oh, the little heart is so cute. It's a 3D puffy heart. Wax seals can be so addicting. I could just sit here and just do wax seals all afternoon. And Leah and I have a little jar, and we put them in the little jar when we're done. She likes doing these with me. She went to bed. She had too much fun shopping today. She rode on the motorcycle. We went down. We're only 10 minutes from Rehoboth Beach. So we rode the motorcycles. We went, they have the outlets down here. So we got her like 4 bathing suits for under $50. She was so excited, first of all, to ride the motorcycle and then to get bathing suits. And then we went out to dinner. So it's nice. And I was really worried about her the most because, you know, she's at that age where she's in 6th grade. She's in middle school. She's had the same friends, same school her whole life. So kind of ripping her away from all that, she was the most upset by the move. And I really felt bad for her because I was a military kid. So I moved every 3 years. So I know what that pain feels like. But it was way worse for her because she's never had to move away from anybody. She's always had the same school friends, always had, you know, had the same people in her life. So it was really, really hard for her. And I felt terrible having to do that to her. So it's been an adjustment for her to just have it to start over again. And they don't have orchestra here. And Leah was doing really well at playing the viola. Plus, we had just signed her up for softball, and she missed the sign up here at the school. So she's going to have to wait till next year. So it was really tough for her. So she's really being a trooper about everything. I'm so super proud of her. And they just finished remodeling our pool here in our development. So she's excited about that. This kind of got muddied and turned gray, but I don't really want to mess with it. We're going to leave it navy. We're just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to pour this out. It's hard for you guys to see, but there is a shimmer to this. It's turned itself into a navy shimmer. Now, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I was hoping it would marble itself into a blue with white, but it's turned itself into a navy. Okay, I want the So Very Proud of You. It's like the perfect circle. Oh my gosh. Don't mess that up, Nancy. Let me clean this up. And it looks like my tea light just fizzled itself out just in time. But it rained every day this week. And then today was pretty nice. There was supposed to be some like rock bands playing at the beach today, but we left. It was supposed to be, I guess, at Ocean City, Maryland. Okay. So we're just going to set this aside. Let that cool down. That was, see, just scrape start off, pretty easy cleanup. It stays cool. And then I'll just take a marker and color over that. So very proud of you. Oops. Yeah, stay in focus there, Nance. Down a little. All right, so those are the wax seals. Let me move all of these things out of the way and we will move on to the next things. Pretty neat, pretty neat. All right, any questions about wax seals? You can certainly mix your wax seals and make different colors, wax beads, I should say. All right, let me move this stuff out of the way. Now he's listening to Jamie Foxx. Blame it on the alcohol. Pretty bad that I can hear all of that. You guys can't hear it, huh? Okay. It is nice having the countertop that he built for me last weekend, though. It does give me a little bit extra space. Okay. Let's work on some, I have some glimmer plates over here. So, yes. Some glimmer and some better press. So it looks like the glimmer of the month. I saw some really cool projects from some other folks here in the group. And then it looks like there are some better press. Yes. I'm going to zoom back out so you guys can see everything. There we go. Great for, again, graduation, I think was the theme idea here. Yeah, I think coloring that I'm proud of you in white paint marker is going to look beautiful. So this looks like some pencils. I'm going to put this at a little bit of an angle because of it being so perpendicular. When this rolls across our platinum, it's going to make speed bumps and it may not foil so good. So I'm going to put it at a slight angle. Just a little tip for you there. Okay, and it looks like it comes with a die if you wanted to cut them out. Great for back to school as well. And then the sentiments say, scribbled a note to say, thank you, congrats, happy birthday, and hello. And you could easily cut one of those out and put those anywhere in the middle. So I guess those are supposed to be pencils. And then the color of the foil is satin pewter. So the question is, does Nancy have any paper to foil? Yes. I do have hammer mill paper. Ha ha ha. I did find that. Hold on. Somewhere. Blame it on the alcohol. Okay, so you're getting some karaoke crafting here from Nancy tonight. This is pretty thick, so I think this is a 100-pound hammer mill. This is really thick. I think this is the wrong paper. Hold on. This feels way too thick. I think it just got thrown in the pile. Well, maybe it's right. I don't know. We're going to foil it anyway. We're going to try it. Hi, Betty Ann. How are you? Use my Spellbinders trimmer to cut that up. Okay, I got my link on there for you guys. If you wanted to go do some looking. So I get the foil off of here. All right, so I have my glimmer here, and all I've done is taken some heat set tape, and I've taped my plates to the left side of the platform, okay? Now, it also depends on what kind of machine you're using. You may not need both plates. My tape is stuck. Okay. Now, remember, I put my plates on there diagonally. And you want to put your foil touching the plate, pretty side down. If you don't remember that, put a little note on the side of your platform there, okay? So I put mine slightly diagonally so they don't have speed bumps when I go through my platinum, okay? And I'm using Hammermill 100-pound cardstock. And when I put my cardstock down, I'm also going to put my cardstock diagonally, and I'm just going to feel to see if I'm diagonal. And all I'm going to do is hit that timer. All that is a timer. It doesn't increase your heat. It doesn't decrease your heat. It is just a timer. And again, this is the foil satin pewter that they sent with the Glimmer of the Month. This is May Glimmer of the Month. And I think I'm going to do something different this month and actually color it, which I never do. I never color anything. And I colored my pink and mane. I think I'm going to color this too. This is a glimmer. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Grab my markers. Okay, once that light has done blinking, we're just going to run it through. I'm just going to disconnect and run it through. See, no speed bumps, just because I gave it that little bit of diagonal when I put it on my plate. I'm just going to give that just a second to cool down. That's pretty good. I have a little bit of overfoiling in the corner. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to take my little eraser. And I'm just going to erase where it's a little bit overfoiled there. You can also take some low tack tape and take it off there. Okay, not too bad. Pretty good. And actually, it's pretty straight. That's just a coincidence considering I didn't measure anything out. Okay, now I'm going to take my water-based markers, or should I say dye-based markers? Yeah, it's just a sand eraser. And let's do a little bit of coloring here. That might be too bright of a pink, but that's okay. Now, if you didn't know about the Spellbinders club systems, a lot of them come out a little earlier. I mean, the early releases, I should say, sorry. If you are a club member, you get access to some of the other releases earlier. You can get the club releases on the 1st. If you are not a club member, you have to wait until the 5th. So it's worth that, and you get a discount on some of the other things. So it's worth looking into some of the clubs. There's the Better Press Club. There is the Wax Seal of the Month Club. There is the Glimmer Club. I'm also going to show you the 3D of the Month Club. There is the Stamp of the Month Club. What else is there? Stitching Club. There is Stamp and Die of the Month. There's the whole Kit and Caboodle Club. So there are so many different things, you guys, that you can look into. I was going to do every pencil as a different color, like a rainbow pencil, but now I don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to go boring and just do the regular old yellow pencil because I'm being lazy. All right, so I think I'm going to do this as like, just like the, yeah. Ooh, that is way too juicy. That's a juicy. She started leaking. The paper soaked it up though, thank God. That's like the perfect color for pencil lead though. This is Jane Davenport Beach. Hammer mill paper to the rescue. The perfect color for sharpened pencil wood. And I'm using Hammer Mill 100 pound. At least I believe it is. It came out of the package, which says that. Oils beautifully. This is like the perfect color for flesh tone. Okay, that one's done. I don't know. Should I go rainbow pencil? How long do we have? I mean, it's Saturday night, Nance. Ooh, zooming in too far here. Yeah, this is pretty thick paper. I knew it. I knew we were going to end up rainbow. All right, let's see here. Well, what's nice is when you use dye-based markers or water-based markers, you really can't mess up the foil. So I don't recommend alcohol-based markers or pigment inks or pigment markers because they will dull the shine or alter the color of your foil. So just be careful. Stay in the lines, Nance. Stay in the lines. I'm not doing any fancy blending or anything. I'm just coloring. Now, if you want to learn about coloring, Amanda, who is the nerdy crafter on here, by the way, she does excellent watercoloring. She's amazing. But I'm not doing any fancy stuff. Just doing basics. Okay. Red is done. Yay, I feel accomplished. Okay. I thought I lost my orange marker when I was moving. I bought another orange marker, found it, bottom of the basket, underneath everything. So now I have 2 orange markers. This is just a zig marker. Ooh, zig marker is better, so much easier to control. Don't get cocky, Nancy. That's when you go outside the lines. Amanda, when are we going on another cruise? I want to go to Hawaii. Talk Lisa into it. Okay. Ooh, that looks smoother too. That red one looks a little spotchy. Now I need like a golden yellow. What's this? This is like a lemon yellow. I don't like that. Yeah, that's lemon yellow. I need a Steelers yellow. What? Fresh lemon. Here we go. Ooh, that like almost dripped out. Caught it just in time. Gotta keep this one moving. Keep it separated. Yeah, these Jane Davenport markers are juicy. That's enough of that one. They just want to drip ink everywhere. In fact, I need to put these in a bucket. I need a bucket because these things just want to dribble ink everywhere. We'll have none of that with you, inky markers. We'll be storing you upright from here on out. Yeah, you can definitely dip, if there's any foil that gets ink on it, you can just dab a paper towel over it and it'll take that ink right off of it. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Moving on to our next fun color. Let's find a nice limey green. Going to Hong Kong and Tokyo Disney. Oh, that sounds so fun. Oh, it sounds awesome. Okay, we have a light green here. So reminds me of a lifesaver. I had an Audi this color once. It was very pretty. My car now is called Eruption Green, and it's like a medium green, but it has flecks. It has like a gold in it. And so in certain lights, it's gold and green. It's very pretty. I get a lot of compliments on the color of my car now. All right, I think we should go with like a teal blue for our next color. So that's cobalt blue, but it looks teal. I say like a sky blue. There we go. I think I'm going to do a darker blue. There we go. And then I think I have some purples. It's like a lilac. Yep, exactly, lilac. Now remember, you can foil glimmer plates and you can foil better press plates, but you are not supposed to better press glimmer plates. Okay, so keep that in mind. Not supposed to. All right, I'm going to go with this lighter pink, which is peach pink. Oh, that's the same color I used for the erasers. Was hoping it was a lighter pink. Not the pink I was going for. Too late now. Too late now. She chose down. Okay, I do have a lighter, like a pastel pink. Now this one just says pink. I wonder what the difference is. That's that one, and that's that one. They're almost identical. Number 202 and 25 are almost identical. This is the one I was looking for. Light pink. This is the one I wanted to do for the erasers, but it's okay. Okay, there. My rainbow assortment. And then I could foil and cut one out and put the sentiment that way or whatever. But that is the glimmer of the month. I'm not going to go into making a full card and foiling the sentiment and cutting one out right now. All right, so that's that. Then there's 3D embossing of the month. Let me show you guys that. And I have better press of the month. And then I have the club of the month, which looks like a little dancing crayon. I did not go out of the lines. I did pretty good. In fact, I could probably go in and do some cleanup and go and get closer, but I didn't go out of the lines. I did pretty good. I could probably go closer to some of the lines, but I didn't. It looks like there's a little crayon guy, which is so funny because I moved out of a town very close to a town called Easton, Pennsylvania. So if you go to Easton, Pennsylvania, that is where the Crayola factory is. And you can actually go into the Crayola. You can't go into the Crayola factory, but next door they have the Crayola experience. And you can have a little playground in there. It's really for little kids, obviously, but you can buy these little tokens and you can get like model magic. And at the end, of course, they have a little shop and you can buy your crayons and your markers and your model magic, but they have some fun interactive things for people to do. And it looks like you can make here your own little crayon person here or whatever you want to do. So this comes in the club kit and caboodle if you get the whole club kit and caboodle, which is like everything in the club kit. So it looks like you get a little body and faces, and you can make a little chalk person or a little crayon person, and there's little arms and legs and all kinds of little accessories if you wanted to make a little crayon chalk dancing person here, which I'm not going to do right now, but that's if you order the whole club kit and caboodle, you get that person free. Little person there. Okay, so this is the 3D embossing folder, which to me looks like the spines of books, which is really cool. So let's emboss this and see what it looks like. Yes, the Crayola factory, I used to love taking my kids there. I would say if you are the ages of 10 and under, it would be the perfect age. Obviously, adults love it, but 10 and under. If you're older than 10, I would say they're probably not gonna, they're gonna be like, yeah, this is not cool anymore, but under 10, yes. All right, let me grab some colored cardstock here. And as always, when you are doing, you want to spritz your paper. Oh, I need my my platforms. Where are the platforms, Nancy? You can't do embossing without platforms. Okay. I don't know. That's a different story. This might be, oh, here they are. Might be a little conundrum here without platforms. Okay, so for platforms, we need D, A, B, and cutting plates. Okay. So when you do the 3Ds, you want to spritz your paper, and this is Spellbinders paper. It's just pretty heavy. But you want to spritz it with some water. I have the Spellbinder spritzer here, so I'm going to spray that off to the side. Just a light spritz, which softens your fibers. And then you're just going to put that in here. And I'm going to line that up with the center here. But this does, to me, looks like, it just looks like the spines of like really old books, which is pretty cool. I enjoy my books. In fact, I was a little upset with Steve because when we moved, one of the deals was this house doesn't have a basement. And I've told you guys before, like, I really had to purge a lot of stuff to get into this house. So we're going to use platform A, which is your base platform, our 3D embossing folder, and we want this folded part going in first. And then platform D for 3D. Okay, so A, the folder, and D. Okay. And I had a lot of books in my house, and I had to purge a lot of stuff because this house is a little bit smaller because we don't have that basement. So one of the things I had to do was get rid of a lot of my books. And I mainly listen to audiobooks now. I don't really do any paper books anymore because I'm in the car so much. I've converted to audiobooks. So I had to get rid of like I'm down to like one tiny little box of books. So I got like a little upset with him. He was like, get rid of all the books. You don't need the books. You don't read the books. You are audiobooks now. And so my love of books, I just enjoy going into bookstores just for the smell of books, the tactile feel of books, the pages of books, just to look at the books. I miss that. I don't have my wall of books just to look at the books. So this is pretty cool, this embossing folder. So this is the May 3D folder. It's very large. So if you like making 5x7 cards, but that's what it is. It's like the spines of books for me. One of my friends is in a romance readers club. I think this is really cool that she's in that, but yeah, I just like books. What can I say? I've always been a bookworm as a kid. So this is a really neat embossing folder. Let me show that to you guys. And it'd be really cool to do this on brown paper and then take some of Simon Hurley's paste or brown ink and ink over it and make it look like really old and antique it. That would be really cool too. You can join. Okay, so there's a couple things you can do, Deborah. You can join the club, or you can wait until the end of the month. I'm sorry, you can wait until next month. Anything that didn't sell out, they will post as an individual item you can buy. However, most of the time, everything they order based on the number of people that are in the clubs. So you can wait and then see if they post it for sale, if there's any leftovers. But I would recommend joining the club if you want to make sure that you can get it. So this is the 3D embossing folder of the month. There's also a regular embossing folder, but this is the 3D embossing folder for May. This is the Glimmer. Don't forget the Glimmer is also going to come with the sentiments and the die to cut this out. I didn't show you guys all of that, but it does come with the die and it does come with the sentiments. So you get the couple sentiments there. Okay. And then the wax seal is the one that says, I'm proud of you. And then I'll have to tell you guys, I don't remember which bunch of wax seals it came with, which baggie. You'll have to look that up. But you get the, I'm so very proud of you. Oh, excuse me. So very proud of you. So you get the Glimmer, and the Glimmer always comes with a bag, or sorry. The Glimmer always comes with the Glimmer, and you get the foil. Okay. The wax seal always comes with the wax seal and whatever accessory. It used to always come with a bag of wax. Now they've changed it up that it comes with an accessory. So it doesn't always come with a bag of wax. So this month, it could be something else. Okay. And then the only thing I'm missing is to show you guys the Better Press, right? Yeah, the Better Press. Okay. So the Better Press is all of these little letters. Okay. And it says, you complete my alphabet, and from A to Z, you inspire me. And that's pretty neat. So let's get this out and play with it. So I need my Better Press. Let me move this out of the way. And remember, the Better Press, you can foil this too. So for those of you guys that are Glimmer friends, you can also Glimmer this. So Better Press I have over here. I just covered it up with everything. Come on, Nance. Okay, and the hack that I showed you guys a long time ago is just to add a little piece of Sizzix sticky grid to the lid instead of using tape. And I think I do have a piece of Better Press paper here. And that'll last you about 5 goes or so before you have to replace it. But then you don't have to use any tape. It does kind of look like cursive. Yeah. It's got some script to it. Yep. And that is also a big plate. Very fun background. And I have my inks here. I think I'm going to go with like a navy. No, I'm going to go with a green. Let's go with pine. I like that color. And put that on, and all we do is roll that through our platinum. So simple and easy. Right. Amanda says they don't teach cursive anymore, so now it's a secret language. So easy, right? And then I just spray mine with some stamp cleaner and wipe it down. Let's do the sentiments real quick. Now, when I do the sentiments, I've told you guys before, the same thing with the glimmer. You don't want to put them perpendicular on your plate, because if you put them perpendicular on your plate like this, when it rolls through your platinum, it's going to give you speed bumps and it's going to jump. So you want to put them parallel like this. Okay, and they'll make it easier when you're rolling it through, and also when you go to cut it. All right, so let me just get a piece of, my inks just fell on the floor. Let me grab a piece of better press paper here. I'm just using the big porcelain sheets and I cut them down. So since we did that one in dark green, I'm going to do this in dark blue. So we're going to use Cosmic Sky. There we go. And then to cut this out, we do not cut it out on our better press. We have to move everything over. And I just use stamp cleaner to clean it up. Now, this is a little bit thicker paper, so let's keep that in mind when you're cutting it. But we need our cutting mats to cut it. So we need our base platform again. So we need platform A. And then we also need platform B. And then I'm just going to use the Scrapbook.com Magic Mat to cut it on. I'm going to put my Better Press, what I used. Then I'm going to put my die. The cutting side is the side that has the edges facing up. So we're going to put that down onto the paper. And then I have a clear mat, clear cutting plate that goes on top. Which I have the green ones here. And then I'm going to roll everything through. And I'm going to roll it through twice because, again, this is thicker paper and that just moved on me. So I should have used a piece of tape. Hold on. Let me find a piece of washi tape. That's what I get for being lazy. I haven't found my yellow tape yet. I do have tape here somewhere. Hold on. I lied. Is this it? Nope. I got washi tape here. I might be able to salvage this. Let's try that. But this paper is thick and soft. So I usually like to run it through twice. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. A piece of tape stuck on there. From A to Z, you inspire me, and you complete my alphabet. Those are the two sentiments you get with the Spellbinders Better Press of the Month for May. And again, anything you want to order from Spellbinders, that's my link. Just remember to click yes to cookies. So that includes any of the machines or any of the foils. That does look fun. You complete my alphabet. I'm going to put my little heart on there. So there you go, guys. There is your Glimmer of the Month, your embossing folder of the month, your Better Press of the month, and your 3D or your wax seal of the month. So hopefully you guys had fun watching me catch up for the May clubs of the month. You guys have any questions on anything and some other items that were missed? Like I said, this was the March wax seal. It didn't get sent to me until a little late, so sorry. And some new items, the puffy 3D mini wax seal. That one's super cute. I'll be using that one a lot. That's just too cute. And I have some other things to catch up on. And don't forget, next Saturday is Stamp Wars. If you guys want to do some shopping, I'll have the links down below. And if you had fun, give me a thumbs up and catch you on the next video. Bye, guys. Go do some shopping.